So we got a huge update coming from Mike Wang clearing the air on the news that I had from Ronnie 2K's stream, where he said if you don't play, your overall could drop. So before we get started with today's video, I want you to hear that segment where he was talking about that in his stream.
Yeah, that's a really good question. If our overall drops, do our attributes drop? So if you're a 99 and because you don't play, you go to a 97, I would assume that your attributes drop. A 99 and because you don't play, go to a 97, I would assume that your attributes drop. I mean, that's how the formula is created. So my guess is yes, you would drop. But that makes sense. Like, the 99 is not based on some blank.
Now he actually said that twice, where like he was giving examples where he said if you don't play, your overall could drop. And quite a few people were asking the question in the comment section during his stream, trying to get clarification on that. I think he just didn't see those questions. And I was one of those guys that wanted some clarification on that because the way he put it, it sounded like he may have slipped up and revealed, you know, some other aspects of that 95 to 99 fluctuation by saying if you don't play, you could lose overall. But Mike Wang makes it very clear. Brian from the community says, hey Mike, I just wanted to ask, is losing overall for not playing really a thing? What about for the people that go to school and work? In my opinion, it's not fair to lose overall for not being able to play. And Mike said it's not a thing. Your rating can only drop based on how you play. I don't know why any of you guys would believe that your rating would drop because you're at work or at school. I mean, I got a lot of questions about that over Twitter, and I just kept saying, like, I would have to believe that if this was a real feature, like, you would only lose overall rating if you stopped playing for a few weeks or a month or so. So 2K would almost be encouraging you to keep the grind on. Guys were hitting me up saying, yo Shake, I gotta go to work. I got things to do. I'm just like, your overall's probably not gonna drop because you're at work. I was like, I don't understand that frame of thinking. But another thing about Mike Wang's response, saying that your rating can only drop based on how you play, still has me sort of scratching my head. Because I've taken L's where I've had a high teammate grade before. So he says your rating can only drop based on how you play. He didn't say anything about taking losses. So as you guys can see, this wasn't fake news as Mike put it. This was just probably a misspoken statement by Ronnie 2K during his stream that got misinterpreted by the community. People were asking me about it after the stream. I wanted clarification on it. I'm glad we got it. You will not lose your overall rating by not playing 2K. That is not a thing. On to some other questions from the community. Bone Man says, 2 questions. Is standing layup tied to the close shot attribute? Does quick first step badge work for bigs that are performing post moves like spins and drop steps, where we head to the paint right after? And my good friend Zach Timmerman responds yes to the shot question, no to the post question. So basically, if you're a post scorer, using quick first step is not going to help you. You're not going to get a speed boost towards the rim like you saw in 2K19 with post scorers doing the LT cheese. Scott Berger says, do I really have to wait until I'm a 96 overall before I get 86 ball control on a playmaking sharp type of build? And Zach responds, no. In the full version, you can increase any attribute you want regardless of overall. If you want to spike the ball handle before anything else, you can. I love this feature about 2K20. I hated it about 2K18 and 19. This allows you to start having fun with your build right out the gate. So if you want to start posterizing dudes day one, you have that option. You don't have to wait till you reach a certain overall level before you can unlock the dunk packages. Jermaine Santana says, to be honest, the My Player Builder is more restrictive than I hoped it would be. And Dazar responds, it's a combo of freedom and balance. We didn't want another demigod situation. And the clarification on custom pie charts or more pie charts is still a little hazy at the moment. In his stream, Ronnie said that there are more pie charts and more customization options when building your player in the full game. So I guess we're just gonna have to see a week from now when the game actually drops. Too Nasty asking about Hot Start. Can someone please answer this? 1. Does Hot Start only apply to the first shot period, or does it start whenever you make a shot and continue from there? Number 2, I'm a little confused. Does steady shooter help or hurt open shots? Mike Wang says hot start kicks in as soon as you make your first shot, but it has to be your first attempt. Doesn't matter when. Steady shooter will actually lower your open field goal percentage slightly, but will help mitigate the penalties of shooting contested. So that hot start badge kicks in if it really is your first attempt. Kinda sounds like that badge is rendered useless if you miss your first couple shots. And steady shooter sounds like a good badge to use if you're used to shooting contested shots, but maybe not the best badge if you're used to taking open shots. So once again, if you're like a slasher, lockdown, or a player that doesn't shoot threes, probably don't need steady shooter. Hezi Capalot says, what difficult is the My Career testing game? And he's talking about the demo where you can test your player out. Mike Wang says, it has its own difficulty, but it's closest to pro. It's weird because some games felt like it was on pro, and some games it felt like it was on superstar. I mean, eventually Steph Curry and Klay Thompson can't miss. Dignify says, what does the category post moves affect on the playmaking upgrade? Does it allow you to pull off some animations at a higher upgrade? And Zach with the answer says post moves is used to determine success when doing spins, drives, drop steps, hop steps in the post. The higher the rating, the more success you will have in beating your opponent with the move and putting yourself in position to score. It has nothing to do with the shot that follows. So basically post moves in that playmaking category just allows you to pull off the moves themselves. You definitely want to max out this category if you're making like a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan build for sure. And finally, feedback says, so don't get the steady shooter badge because Deadeye does the same thing with no penalty. I'm confused here. And Mike says Deadeye only protects against late closeouts. You know, defender not there when you start your shot, but closes late and gets a hand in your face. Steady shooter helps nerf the impact of defenders who are there at the gather and release, at the cost of hurting you if you only take open J's. So basically, if you take contested shots, let's say you're a shot creator, you probably want to have both of these badges, Deadeye and Steady Shooter. Deadeye for closeouts, Steady Shooter for straight up contested shots. But if your build is not a shooter and defenders tend to leave you open and give you space and dare you to take those wide open shots, you probably don't want these two badges. It's not really going to help you. Anyways, that's the big update for today's news. I apologize for any of the confusion about the overall drops. Someone in the comment section yesterday said, Shake, don't listen to Ronnie. At the end of the day, I'm glad that information's been cleared up. As always, smack that like button to show your support. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more news to stay updated. And I'll see you in the next one. In the squad up section, it says assemble your team and match up 5v5 with the best of the best in Pro-Am or 3v3 on an all new rooftop court overlooking the neighborhood. Now we got a glimpse of this new rooftop court in yesterday's neighborhood reveal trailer. When I was breaking that video down, I was questioning whether or not it's going to be 5v5, but Ronnie 2K in last night's stream confirmed that there is 5v5 Pro-Am.